Anyways, another question? So let's go with that hand there.
I don't know if it's a question or not, but it's...
Who the fuck do you think you are? Okay, that's good. I'm glad you asked. Dad? No, go ahead.
I just think that, it's talking about like how fans feel about the whole thing, what you said about season 4 and whatnot. I just think that most of us recognize that the show wouldn't be what it is if you don't do what you do all the time. It's like you put yourself into that show, and that's why it's so great.
Is there a question in there?
Hang on!
Don't bully him. He's praising me. It's like...
I just hate when people, don't give questions.
And I think what most fans feel about, like, what you said about season 4, how you feel about season 4, we can't even imagine. But the writers that's stuck with it and did it and kept the show on the air.
Is there a question in there?
It's the reason that you are now doing it again with Chris, right? And
yeah.
Is there a reason why Dan's gone back?
Do you feel any sort of like gratitude for what they did in keeping it on the air?
Nice.
And in case that didn't get picked up over the microphone,
do I feel any gratitude to the people that worked on season 4? It's like if the answer to that is no, I might as well just walk into a barrel of tar. Of course, I feel anybody that worked on a show that had that title, especially like I did say, the guys that did take over running it, they clearly looked at what they were up against and actually made the weirder decision, which was to try to do the weirder show, which they did not have to do, and may have been I did, looking at that, I was like, wow, they didn't have to do that. And of course, anybody that was working on that show was not doing it to say fuck you to me. It's hard to separate that from the kind of brain that just gets up here and says, well, my garage needs to be cleaned out so everyone can go fuck themselves and die. It's like I'm not a diplomat and a politician, and I am so sorry when I say, well, I watched season 4. Well, what was that like? Well, it was like this for me. Boom. That's what it was like for me. And I was talking about myself and talking about this stuff. And then the next day, it's like, oh, shit, I forgot to add, or it wasn't as delightful for me to add. Of course, hats off to anybody. And then you think about the fact that I watched season 4 once and probably... look, here's the other thing. If I watched season 2, it would be like, boom. You probably heard my commentary on the DVDs. I'm not a big fan of my own work when I watch it again. So I was definitely not going to be a big fan. I think the most noble thing I did was not watch that season until I had to, because I had to go back. Because I think that was probably the only healthy part of my brain was like, you're going to fuck it up for everybody if you watch that thing. And I watched it, and then I came up here, whatever. I said how I feel, and it sucks when I say how I feel and it hurts other people. It sucks. Yes, everyone that worked on that season is a hero. Everyone that works on any half hour of television, I don't even care if it's like Tim Allen, Go Ask Grandpa, or what. It's like.
Is he grandpa, or does he play the?
She's not. How dare you? It's a show about a young, vivacious hipster, Tim Allen, right, whose grandpa moves in with him after years of being apart, and he goes and asks him for advice because he knows it'll make him feel better. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Well, it's wonderful. It's got a lot of stop motion in it. It's crazy. All the sequences in the grandfather's den are done in stop motion. His father is like this Cthulhu-like creature who sits in the window and says, "Go ask Grandpa." And Tim Allen goes in, and Grandpa always, sure enough, his advice always works out, like half right, half wrong.
Is the A story always something that Tim Allen's like Tim Allen has to like he's on a date or something like that?
Yeah, he's like, oh, my wallet chain got caught on the doorknob. Yeah. But then there's the other story is like, well, Grandpa said I need to get into the restaurant. Now my wallet chain's caught, and that's the end of the second act. It's like, well, shit. Third act is he took off his pants. Everything's fine. I forgot what I was talking about. The people that work on network television shows or anybody that would ever imply that their time was less valuable to them would be a villain. That's hard work. They go home very tired. A lot of times they don't make it all the way home. They pull over to the side of the road and go to sleep. Sometimes I was one of these people, pull into their garage and could only make it that far and then fall asleep in their garage with their cars running. And every once in a while, statistically, something happens because we push the limits of human labor on those television
Is that
shows.
why you got a hybrid?
So I could sleep twice as long, yeah. It's true. I'd probably be dead right now if I didn't have a hybrid. Like I remember one night waking up in my garage with the car running. I was like, oh shit, it's a hybrid.
You should have just install some ventilation in there, man.
The crazy thing would be if people would think they would have to figure out, was it a suicide? Well, did he have any? Yeah, they would just like coin. Yeah, they would. Who would? Yeah, trying to figure that out. If you want to murder me, like do that. Like,
There's a Columbo episode going on right now.
Yes, of course. God damn it. And also in a larger sense, I can't apologize enough for anything I said that hurt the people that worked on that shit. I'm sorry I crabbed off at Megan Gans on Twitter. I'm sorry I feel like it's some kind of personal issue for me that they made a season of my TV show without me. I'm sorry. I think it's my TV show. That's already a petty perspective. I'm not. That's how the fans feel. It's how I feel. It's a fan's perspective. A larger person like a Paul Newman would be like, it's not my salad dressing. I don't care if you found a rat tail in it. I was in Butch and Sundance. I don't give a fuck, really. He's too busy hating on women.